Hey, Jonathan here. In this video, I want to give you two big tricks for increasing muscle mass and also getting some good strength gains with body weight exercises. Because a lot of people think that you have to be using weights in order to see some good muscle mass gains and to see certain strength gains. And that's just not true. You can use body weight exercises to see some really impressive gains in muscle mass and strength. You just have to be doing them in the right way. And so using bodyweight exercises can be a great way to build muscle mass and see strength gains if one, you don't have access to weights, two, you're just getting started. As a beginner, it's really important that you master the body weight moves first before you start going into weights so that you don't get injured or do things like this. And then three, for people who just enjoy doing bodyweight exercises, like myself, I just like doing bodyweight exercises, so I'm usually not throwing around weights a lot of the time. So the two big tricks that I want to show you, the first one is using eccentric contractions or adding on eccentric contractions into your workouts. So eccentric contractions are the lengthening of the muscle. So with a concentric contraction, like with the bicep, we're shortening the muscle. The eccentric portion is when we're lengthening it. So for example, if we're doing a push-up, the concentric portion would be pushing up from the ground with our chest muscle, and the eccentric contraction is the lowering down. And so for bodyweight exercises, one trick is by focusing on that eccentric contraction, and studies have shown that this can be a great way to increase your muscle mass and also increase strength gains when you focus on this contraction. The other thing is that it allows us to put more time under tension with the muscle, which allows us to see an increase in muscle mass. And the third thing is it can allow us to add more resistance in a much safer way. And that's what goes into our second big trick for increasing the muscle mass and also increasing strength gains, is that in order to see those gains that we want to get, we need to be making sure that we're hitting a certain amount of resistance so that we're engaging the right muscle fibers. And so in order to do that, we need to be hitting that between 6 and 10 rep range, around there. The studies that I've seen, that's a good range to be in to hit that amount of resistance for getting those gains. And so we can use eccentric contraction in order to add more resistance. So for example, if we can do 10 push-ups really easily and not feel anything, what we can do is just focus on the eccentric contraction and go really slow so that we allow our muscles to have more time under tension, and it's a lot harder for us to do. And we'll come up and then we'll do the other one. The other thing we can do to add more resistance is being creative. So instead of just doing a regular push-up, we could switch to the one arm, and we can add more resistance that way. Also, again, we can go back to that eccentric style to add more resistance like this. So where some people couldn't do the regular one-arm push-up, you can do the eccentric contraction. It's much easier, and now we're able to do this one-arm push-up and add a lot more resistance. The other thing we could do is by, again, going at different angles and things like this. So if we couldn't do the one-arm push-up, or maybe we can't do the eccentric contraction, what we can do is go to the side and use our other hand for assistance as we lower down, and then come up. Use the other hand for assistance, and then come up. So we want to use little tricks like that to add more resistance so that we can get the workout that we need to get. So as far as sets and reps, again, we want to be hitting that 6 to 10 reps, and we want to hit either around 3 to 4 sets of these reps, because that's going to ensure that we're hitting at least hitting that threshold as far as the amount of volume that we're getting and the amount of resistance that we're getting for that workout. So those are the two big tricks I want you to start adding into your bodyweight exercises if you want to see an increase in muscle mass and you also want to see an increase in your muscle strength. For any other questions or suggestions for the next tutorial, Be sure to comment that in the comment section below. I'm going to put a few links in the description. Some are going to point to studies that you can check out or where I got my resources from. So that way if you want to do some extra studying on your own, you can do that. And I'm also going to send you a link to an example of an eccentric workout that you can start doing to see those increases in muscle mass and strength gains by just using body weight. And this is a workout that's taken from our recent program we just put out called Rapid Primal Fat Loss, where we focus on building athletic functional strength in combination with burning fat and things like that. So it's going to be an awesome exercise. Go ahead and check that out. So you can do that by clicking the links in the description. Again, thanks for watching this video. Subscribe for more tutorials like this, and I'll see you in the next video.